Hello everyone. In this video, we will see the entry of various Chapter 6A deductions applicable for individuals in Saral Income Tax. Please note that depending on the ITR selected, the Chapter 6A deductions will also vary. For the demonstration purpose, we will see the details entry in ITR 2. To enter Chapter 6A deduction details, click on 6A deductions in Tax Meter. The 6A deduction screen will be displayed with the applicable deductions for the selected ITR. Now start entering the details one by one in applicable sections. First and commonly used section is 80C, where deductions on general investment and savings are covered. Click on the three-dotted button next to 80C section. Altogether, around 18 types of investment and savings are listed in this section. 80C deduction window has two sections. One to identify the qualifying amount out of life insurance premium and other for other types of investment and savings. Enter the life insurance premium details in the first section if you want to auto-calculate the qualifying amount. This is most applicable in case of single premium policy. The second part details are entered as available by selecting the applicable type from the drop-down list. The qualifying amount will be auto-taken and the total qualifying amount from the section is limited to Rs 1,50,000. If any investment is done in specified pension fund or pension contribution under 80CCD, then enter in the relevant section columns, that is 80CCC and 80CCD of 1. Note that 80CCD of 1 is contribution made by the individual to the pension fund. The qualifying amount of all three sections, that is 80C, 80CCC and 80CCD of 1 put together is Rs 1,50,000. If employee has contributed over and above Rs 1,50,000 in 80CCD, then an additional deduction of maximum Rs 50,000 can be claimed under 80CCD of 1B. In case the employer has also contributed to pension fund to which employee is contributing, then deduction of such contribution can be made under 80CCD of 2. For any investment made in Rajiv Gandhi Equity Savings Scheme, the details of the investment can be shown in 80CCG section. The qualifying amount is auto-taken as Rs 25,000 or 50% of actual amount of investment, whichever is the least. If any health insurance premium is paid, then the details of the premium amount are given at 80D section. Click on three-dotted button next to 80D section. In deduction under section 80D window, enter the details in relevant fields. Enable senior checkbox if the insured person or persons is above 60 years. The computation of qualifying amount in the window can be seen by clicking on the link Qualifying Amount Calculation. If the individual or the parents are very senior citizen, that is above 80 years, who are not covered under health insurance, their medical expenditure can be claimed under the field Medical Expenditure. Next, if the individual has an handicapped dependent, the medical expenditure incurred towards that dependent can be claimed from deduction under section 80DD. Enable the checkbox of 80DD. If the disability of the dependent is severe, that is above 80%, then enable the option Severe Disability to claim higher deduction. If the individual has undergone any medical treatment as defined under the Act, then enter the amount in 80DDB section. In case of senior citizen, enable the option age above 60, which will auto claim the higher deduction. For any claim of deduction on interest which is paid for higher education loan of self or dependent children, enter the interest amount under 80E section. Similarly, to claim additional deduction on housing loan interest, provided all conditions are met, enter the additional interest amount in 80EE section. To claim any deduction on donation made to government or government approved funds, enter the details in 80G section. Select the fund details from the list provided and the percentage of deduction applicable will be auto taken. The list can be viewed by clicking on List. Provide the required details for the claim and proceed. If the individual has salary income but does not have HRA component in salary and wants to claim HRA deduction, then the deduction can be claimed under 80GG section. Enter the relevant details in 80GG window, which will auto calculate the deduction amount as applicable, provided all conditions set for the claim are fulfilled. Note: deduction will be lowest of first rupees 5,000 per month, second 25% of the total income, which excludes long-term capital gains, short-term capital gains under section 111A, and income under section 115A or 115D, and deductions under 80C to 80U. Also, income is before making a deduction under section 80GG. The third is actual rent less 10% of income. Any donation made by the individual towards scientific or rural development institutions or related funds as approved by central government will qualify for deduction under 80GGA section. Enter the relevant details in 80GGA deduction window and the qualifying amount will be auto computed. If the donation is made to any political party, then the claim of deduction on such donation can be entered in 80GGC. As 80GGC is completely exempt, the gross amount will be considered as the qualifying amount. If the individual is an author of books in the field of literary, artistic, or scientific work and receives royalty for the books, then deduction can be claimed on such royalty amount under section 80QQB, provided the author fulfills the condition applicable. Note: deduction will be lower of rupees 3 lakhs or the amount of royalty income received in actual. Similar to 80QQB, 80RRB section provides deduction on royalty income received by an individual against any of their work, which can include work on books, art, music, inventions, etc. One has to make sure that they satisfy the criteria for claiming deductions against section 80 RRB. If the individual is having interest income on their savings bank account and the income is declared by the individual in other source of income, then by default 80TTA field will be populated with the income amount and the deduction up to rupees 10,000 will be auto calculated. Similar to 80TTA, if the individual is a senior citizen, then the income from interest on any type of savings deposit will be considered under 80TTB and a deduction up to rupees 50,000 will be auto computed. Note that these fields are not editable as the value is taken from other source of income screen. If the individual is a person with a disability, then they can claim tax benefit under section 80U. This is applicable to a person with at least 40% disability and certified by the medical authorities. In case of severe disability, the option for same has to be enabled to claim higher benefit. After entering the relevant details in required section, the total gross entered and the total qualifying amount will be displayed, which will be considered for IT computation. This completes the process of entering Chapter 6A deduction details for an individual filing ITR 1 or ITR 2 in Saral Income Tax. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos. Thank you.